Here's how to make super easy clear CDs. You want to grab your CD and make a cut with the silver side of the CD facing up. You want to take a piece of packaging tape and line it up with the cut you just made. You want to peel it back and it will end up removing that silver part of the CD. You want to keep using the packaging tape to remove the silver parts of the CD. By the end, all of the silver parts of the CD will come off, but you might have to use more than one piece of packaging tape. I made 7 CDs by now and I used mine to paint on them. This is one with lemons, but I also made one with strawberries, and I'm going to make ones with other fruits on them too.
I wish I never responded to all those texts. It'd be better if we had just never met.
I wish we never met. We broke up on pickup chat, crying on my DS. I went to a birthday party for one of your friends. Now that this is over, I can hate them, I don't have to pretend.
Time is all by your side. You got it, took too long. You get it. You got it, took too long. You get it. You got it, took too long. You get it. You got it, took too long. You get it. You got it, took too long. You get it.
So my college was not opening in the fall, and I decided to decorate my room to be more like a dorm room. So I put up some lights, but I didn't get to film that. And then on this wall, I basically freehanded some letters so I could spell out my name, and I cut out some clouds and some stars in neon paper so they would glow under the blue light. And yeah, then I moved on to the next wall. You could put up anything, but I freehanded some letters to say welcome to the studio. And then I took this napkin, I colored it pink, and I traced it around a container lid. And then I went and I also colored it pink, and I put it up on my light so I could get a pink light. Then I took some album covers and I put them in a 4x4 around my wall. So yeah, this is my room. Come back for part 2.
No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you. Shh.
Got my brother out in cash for the flipping chickens.
You know you won't tell nobody, no. You know you won't tell nobody, no. I might put your reflection on a nigga like a rose. I might tell your girl you cute, but I'll let you know.
Cash on me, like I hit the lottery.
Today I'm teaching you how to make a DIY foam mirror. You'll need a mirror, polyurethane foam spray, and paint. Start by cleaning the mirror and then attaching the nozzle onto the spray. When applying the foam to the mirror, I recommend going in a zigzag pattern like this so there's more texture. And remember, this stuff doubles in size, so you do not need a lot to start. I'm using acrylic paint and I'm not an artist, so I have no clue if there's a better option, but this worked for me. If you're a messy painter like me, you can slide paper underneath the foam to avoid dripping paint onto the mirror. Do not use a foam brush because I thought this would be a good idea, but I learned halfway through that a regular paintbrush works much better. And since I had to move back for quarantine, I'm completely redoing my room, so let me know if you want a full room tour or more DIY projects like this.
I need to know, could you be the one to call when I lose control?
I need your love. I need your love.
The long-awaited LV wall decor tutorial. First, I used tempered hardwood. I got this at Home Depot. Got some green spray paint and used this template to draw out the LV. My dad and I used a ruler to make sure all the edges were straight. And then I traced over it with a Sharpie just to make sure that we're able to see it better outside. This is a rotor cutter. This is what we used. We used a straight rotor bit that was 1/4 inch, and this is my dad cutting it. It's super smooth and easy to use, and the best part about it is that it doesn't have to be perfect because the grass will cover it. It was a little rough, so I decided to sand each side. That's it, smooth. And then I used this dark hunter green spray paint that matches the grass perfectly. This is the grass from Amazon. It's a little pricey, but definitely worth it, like for part 2. This is part 2. I already cut the grass and there's a grid on the back which makes it easier to measure out and cut it. I'm just using a staple gun and stapling it right onto the wood. I saw some comments that said they found the same grass at the dollar store, which is amazing. I saw that Target has it for a little bit cheaper than what I paid. I'm just sharing what I did and what I used on mine. If you guys even wanted to, you could put flowers on yours, paint it a different color, use cardboard. It's really all up to you and what fits within your budget. After I stapled on all of the grass, I ended up feeling that it just wasn't as defined as it could have been, and I wanted to make sure you could see the LV. So I trimmed around the edges and just made it a little bit more defined, and that is the finished look. All my links will be in my bio. Thanks!
I want you to want me, but you just wanna love me for the day, and I can't just walk away, even though I know you try to play. So I will take my time, going slow, can't get too involved. You got a face that I just can't say no to. Just can't say no to you. You know I want you, baby. You know I do. I'll give you my heart and the rest is up to you. You ain't no good for me, I know it's true, but you don't have to pay, 'cause I do it for the thrill, for the rush. I do it for the pain, for your touch. Well,
I do every day 'cause I was sad, ayy. I hit up my dad like I hope that we could pass things. Woman could not put me in my feelings, nigga, fuck that. If she do not want the realest nigga, then she done whack. I don't ever trip, but I bet that you would love that. I don't ever trip, but I bet that you would love that.
Another step, another stare. I'll never know if I'll get there, but just maybe. I want something more than.
didn't have to know it, keeping me in the moment. I bet you haven't known it. Why don't you say so?
5, 6, 8. Y'all need to hype me up.
Do that thing with your eyes.
Money, look.
Let me see them lips. Attitude and give me bass.
Boom, boom, boom.
Eyes, lips, face. Wait, who you got that drip? It ain't no.
to make a hanging planter, you will need tape, scissors, and string. Start with 8 strings of the same length. Tie a loop at the top of the planter so it can hang. Tape your string to the wall and cut the strings even. Begin by separating your strings into 4 groups of 2. Then knot the 4 groups at the same height. Join the strings into 2 groups and knot the bottom strings together at the same height. Continue this process until all of your strings connect into a net-like formation. Take the new string and loop like shown. Pull tight and trim your loose ends. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to share your work by tagging me at Andrew Fisher Design.